Hi, I'm Dr. Wesley Bradford, Assistant Professor of Music Theory at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And today I'm giving a presentation to talk to you all about just some ways we derive meaning from the music of video games. Let's start with a brief example. For many of you watching, that may have seemed a little strange, but you may not be able to fully articulate why that sounded strange to you, and that's exactly what I want to talk about today. I'm going to use a branch of music theory known as topic theory, looking at musical topics, which are patches of music that trigger clear associations with styles, genres, and expressive meanings. Let's take another example. This one's just audio. So that comes from Beethoven's Sixth Symphony, and it may make you think of a peaceful countryside, and that's an example of what's known as the pastoral topic. But today, I'm not going to be talking about the pastoral topic. Instead, I'm going to be talking about certain musical features in modern media that are used to invoke danger. To approach the question of what musical features suggest danger, I'll be sharing some examples from 3 well-known Nintendo video games released in 1996, 2002, and 2006. But how exactly does one define a musical topic? My analytical approach follows after the work of Robert Hatton, and I'll make a few assumptions. First, I will be assuming that we're considering pieces from the same style. Second, I'll look for stylistic correlations. In this case, it's going to be a combination of audio and a matching visual, like this. Probably made a lot more sense to most of us. And finally, I'll be applying strategic interpretations, which suggest how we relate specific musical features to particular meanings. What I do not want to do today in my limited time is share all of the details of which musical features occur how often, but I do have that data, and I'll be happy to share it with anyone who's interested. But instead of going through all of that, I'll be discussing a single musical feature today, dissonance. So first I want to look at Super Mario 64. Of the 19 tracks in Mario 64, there are 8 tracks that emphasize dissonance. These tracks also display an important correlation. 4 of them are the boss, or the main antagonist levels, and the other 4 are areas that are particularly uncanny or dangerous, like this clip from the haunted house. Maybe. Together, these clips, or all these tracks, suggest an association between dissonance and danger. Fast forward to the year 2006, and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess also associates dissonance with particularly dangerous areas. Let's consider briefly a clip from a passage known as the Twilight Battle, in which your main protagonist, in the form of a wolf, actually battles some uncanny creatures from the alien Twilight realm. Like Mario before it, Twilight Princess also uses dissonance as a marker of dangerous areas. Here's a quick, non-exhaustive overview. In this chart, you can see the tracks that emphasize dissonance. It's this blue column here. Much like the Mario soundtrack, dissonance correlates with bosses that I've highlighted in yellow font, battles, showing up in orange, and the realm of Twilight that are showing up in blue, which has invaded the protagonist's home, kidnapped children, and is quite literally threatening to destroy the world. The remaining tracks on this list are the Forest Temple, full of challenges and dangers of its own, the self-descriptive Storehouse on Fire, and the Beast in the Village. This final track happens when the hero has been transformed into a wolf and has to sneak through the village at night that used to be his home but is now hostile towards this beast that's in the village. While Mario 64 and Twilight Princess both feature dissonance as a marked or unusual element that highlights danger, 2002's Metroid Prime presents a different scenario. While Super Mario 64 begins with a trip to the castle for a birthday, and Twilight Princess begins waking up in a small town, Metroid Prime opens with the protagonist, Samus, answering a distress call on an abandoned ship filled with monsters. The music of Metroid Prime reflects the danger-saturated plot with highly dissonant electronic music, as first heard on the start screen before you even start the game. In fact, the Metroid Prime soundtrack so closely fits the markers of the danger topic that is the non-danger music that actually stands out from its surroundings. Unlike Mario and Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime's music is primarily composed of dissonance with few clear tonal centers. Because of the reversal of this norm, I'll actually focus on the non-danger topic music from Metroid Prime. A mere 9 of the 47 tracks from this game emphasize consonance more than dissonance. So, what happens to cue a release from the danger? Safe music in this game correlates with either arrival in a new area, like this clip from the entrance to the Phendrana Drifts. Or one of the temple areas, which are areas of puzzles rather than dangerous enemies. And in this clip, you're actually going to hear a brief transition coming from the more danger-saturated overworld music and moving into the temple itself. And now the temple music. So today, in just a few minutes, I've looked at dissonance as one feature of the danger topic in Nintendo video games. Of course, no single musical feature can be considered topical, but collections of features together work to suggest a topic. While the danger topic is made of marked features in many games by contrasting from safe areas like a hub or a village, a stylistic reversal is absolutely possible in a game in which the player is constantly surrounded by danger. By identifying topics that are specifically relevant to 20th and 21st century media, I hope to provide new tools to engage with a variety of modern media styles. Thank you very much, and you can contact me via email if you have any questions. Thanks.